Right, this week's havering's a bit different. As you know, Thomas has got Parkinson's. He's been taking a medication that the side effects have been quite detrimental to his health. So he's having to reduce them. So I thought we'd discuss what it is and why we're doing it. So, can you start at the beginning? Why you?
Well, when I first get put on my medication, it's usually what happens is they put you onto dopamine, which is co-carbidopa, which is a dopamine substitute. But sometimes if you're having problems with not having enough dopamine, they'll put you onto what's known as a dopamine agonist. A dopamine agonist, though, helps the receptors in the brain accept the dopamine that's getting given to you via tablet form. Because if your dopamine, it's like the old saying, like, if you don't use it, you lose it. If you're not producing dopamine, your receptors will start dying off, and that obviously is counteractive with each other. But it also has severe side effects, as things like compulsive disorders. It can cause you to gamble, it can cause you to drink, it can cause you to do anything that's compulsive. But it also gives you things like anxiety attacks, stuff like that, which I've been getting. So I had spoke to my neurologist and asked him if I could be taken off them. And we're in the process at the moment. We're almost halfway through a 6-week period of reduction of the agonists from 8 milligrams a day down to 0, and then we'll find a substitute.
So you're on this drug.
Yeah,
You need to come off it.
yeah,
You can't stop
no,
cold turkey.
no.
But the withdrawal effects, what are they?
Well, let's put it this way: as soon as I open my eyes, I'm on automatic great. It's as simple as that. It causes anxiety, the same as the side effects. It also causes withdrawal symptoms, like if you were a drinker or you were using drugs. For any drug, it's a prescribed drug, so it's a drug coming off it, and the aches and pains and lethargy, and sometimes I can't get out of my bed, and sometimes I can't even walk down the stairs. But it'll be worth it in the long run. I just have to kind of bear with it until it goes away, sort of thing. But that's the main side effects. I was reading something the other day that didn't enamour me too much, because when I read it I thought, oh no. It says in some cases it can take years for people to get used to not having dopamine agonists, and I was like, that's all I need. But
So there's no. I know we're always looking for drugs to do things for us, but there's no drug to counteract the effects of withdrawal.
no, that I'm aware of. I suppose you could probably, but I know when I've done my counselling sessions and stuff, I learnt a lot about withdrawal symptoms for alcoholics and drug users, and they can put you on Librium if you need it. But I'm already on an antidepressant, so it might mean I would have to come off that, which may have a detrimental effect to my mental health. So it's a big, kind of vicious circle, and I'm trying to cope with it in the best way I can. It's just not always easy, because sometimes I'm not there properly, and I'm in my head, but I have my moments.
So you have good days.
Good days, bad days.
So what's a bad day?
Bad days, I don't really want to get my head out the pillow in the morning. I don't want to talk to anybody. I don't want to speak to anybody. I think the world's against me. But I know, even though I know it's me, it's still there. It's like, I know I dropped this big heavy thing on my foot, but it's still sore. That's that's quite good, that, actually.
Quite enjoyed that one. What's a good day?
Good days when I can function and just try and get on with my day, and it'll get better. It'll get better as the months go on, but just functioning without worrying about what's happening in the world, what people are thinking of me, all that sort of stuff. That's a good day.
So you've still been able to do your radio show?
Yeah, just about. I have to keep continuing it, otherwise, if I let it go, I'll lose it. And I worked too hard to get there. To even though it was something I didn't know I wanted to do, it was something that keeps me. What's the word I'm looking for? Ostracising myself with the world.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah. And how are your impressions coming along?
the impressions are not cut. Well, I've done 3. I didn't do the show last week because I wasn't up to it. You know, so I'll need to wait and see what's happening this week. It depends on how I are. But they were coming on okay. I mean, they were basically Elvis, the Queen, you know, that sort of thing. For anybody who doesn't know, there was a section I did in the Wednesday night show that I do with Claire that it's called Thomas McCallum Does Impressions Badly. You know, it's, I suppose in a way, when I do the Wednesday night show and the Friday show, it allows me to no be myself or no think about what's going on in my life. It gives me an outlet. So, you know, that's important.
Yeah. Give you an outlet and save you sticking your finger in an outlet.
Well, that's basically either an outlet in the bath or. No, I'm not quite suicidal yet.
I think you've done rather well. You know, having just looked at it from the outside, you know, I think you've done okay.
It's been a tough year, you know, and I've been trying to plod along, as they say. But you know, sometimes we get obstacles in our way, and we have to get around them.
Yeah, yeah. I quite like that. Yeah,
because I've not got the strength to climb over them. So I have to get around them, you know, and it takes me longer to get around them. Then it takes me longer. That's all there is to it.
Yeah. Especially when you're, you know what the agonist is for.
Yeah.
And withdrawing from that.
Well, it lessens the effect to the dopamine as well. So the symptoms of you've seen yourself the day how bad my tremor is. The tremor gets really bad, so it will get replaced, I think, with something else. But something else that doesn't cause the same side effects as what the dopamine agonist does. And there's a lot of people on it. There's a hell of a lot of people on it. But I'm glad I'm coming off it because it can really cause you harm psychologically. It doesn't do it to everybody. It just does it to certain people, you know. And I just happen to be one of the people. I've been trying to get off these agonists almost like 6 months when I got them, and I've been on them 3 or 4 years. But I couldn't just stop them because it could cause damage. You know, I have to take medical advice and do the right thing and struggle on in between. It's as simple as that.